So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. Back to throw again. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Kansas City.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of it amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The defense more than did its job. Now it's summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. So they try for successful, and that bumps their lead even further. A quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Short kick. One of the take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
So this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And 10.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, and they're
Working in sync, only ways.
and he'll go out of bounds right around the. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect.
That's good.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Haskins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Got a man, that's Quinn. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Haskins back to the air. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jalen Ferguson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down.
The penalty is declined.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This drive just across the 30. Pretty nice the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. That was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and that one finds the Falcons out in front. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. 2 touchdown passes there for Mitchell Trubisky. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the...
Washington over 1st and 10 at their own.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Games, if you're going field goal here. They got field goal. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Cameron Brate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you score. A perfect combination of urgency to get it done.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. That makes our score now 22-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big, big arm.
His arm right here, he has been great. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down. They work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 27-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught left side, Williams. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
He may try and run for this. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown, and all coming in this game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense back out there. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. Operating from the gun, Haskins. That'll be caught as Steven Sims. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Complete, he finds Bray. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Cameron Bray with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
At the 30-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. They still can't get him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen it earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Eluding the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run it with Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2. They go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space. Isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Results in a 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Keeps the score. Chiefs 44.
I know we could sit up here
17.
and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
No, okay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw again. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The onside kick recovered.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Low.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
By Chris. John. A big loss on the play.
One final shot for Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Final score, Chiefs.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.